You can't see hepatitis C on a needle. You can't see hepatitis C in the syringe. Hepatitis C will be transfused through the body via needle, and it will kill you.
The potentially deadly liver disease is on the rise here in Southwest Florida. The reason behind it? The heroin epidemic that's not only going up here, but across the country. Hepatitis C is transmitted through needles or sexual activity. And 4 New Corners' Lisa Greenberg says you can have it without even knowing it. Lisa?
That's right, Amy. Experts say in the last year, more people are walking through the doors of drug treatment centers in Southwest Florida with hepatitis C. In fact, 30% of the patients at White Sands and Fort Myers have the disease and typically have no idea, possibly spreading it to others.
Heroin. It changes who you are.
She was living in squalor, like in heaps of clothes and vomit.
And takes over your whole life.
All you want to do is go back to that drug. You have to have it. You have to have it because you can't deal with reality otherwise.
And the reality is, it's deadly. Brandon Short of White Sands Treatment Center tells me just last year they lost 4 people to heroin overdose and says the drug can strike twice.
Either once with an overdose during your addiction, and then when you decide to go to your doctor and the doctor diagnoses you with hepatitis C.
It's a disease Short says has seen an astonishing increase in Southwest Florida.
But it's certainly a cause of concern for anybody who does intravenous drugs, heroin, cocaine.
Or even if you don't, hepatitis C can be transmitted sexually too. And whether through sexual activity or through a needle.
It doesn't matter how many times you use heroin through an infected needle. All it takes is one time to get infected with hepatitis C.
Dr. Rick Wilson says the #1 reason for the strike in Hep C is the spike in heroin use.
But because of IV drug use, you get a lot of people who aren't willing to say, oh, that's what I did and that's how I got it.
He says the disease doesn't always show symptoms and usually catches it in patients during annual health screening.
A tragic thing to see, but it is becoming a younger person's problem.
And unchecked, could lead to cirrhosis or liver cancer.
You can say, try to avoid hepatitis C by not being an IV drug user. If that worked, you would have no IV drug users.
Now, both Short and Dr. Wilson say the age group where they're seeing this heroin use and in turn hepatitis C is in that 18 to 25-year-old range, along with the older population who used heroin back in the 70s when it was more commonly accepted. Live in the studio, Lisa Greenberg, Fox 4 in your corner.